Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the Voices of Healing podcast, and I'm your host, Tina Clark. Today's guest is Bogdan Chugunov. He beat gastric cancer in 2005. He's also an expert in Manuka honey and its health benefits. And I would love to welcome you to the show, Bogdan.
Thank you very much, Tina, for having me, for introducing me. But actually, I was not beating cancer in 2005. It was surgically removed, this tumor, from my inside in hospital. And my battle actually started 2 years after that, when I realized that, unfortunately, Western medicine does not provide any solution for people like me, except to come back and to check up as often as our insurance permits us. In my translation, prevention medicine means to do something in advance. Do not allow something to happen to your health or to your body. On this account, I think Angelina Jolie experience is clearly describes what I do understand under prevention medicine. I know that my grandmom died from cancer, my grandmom died from cancer, my mom died from cancer. And unfortunately, I am like my mom, not like my papa. That's why I think I know about my exit scenario. And because now I live in the United States, I have 2 grandkids, I promise them to present at their wedding day. So I am a person who like to keep my words. That's why I do everything for any cost to keep my words true. That's actually why I flew around the globe with all remaining family money, and thanks my wife who permitted me to do that. And that's how I discovered these products that now I bring to United States, and it's publicly available to consume. Manuka honey, bee propolis extract, Siberian cedar sap oleoresin, and raw shilajit. If our episode permits us to talk about each of these products, I'm going to briefly introduce such terra incognita products to your audience.
All right, I'm curious and I would like to hear more. So, can we start with the Manuka honey? Because I'm familiar with that type of honey.
I see more and more people, specifically in the United States, became familiar with Manuka honey. Same time, 95 or maybe 99% don't understand what Manuka honey is. It's a stereotype that Manuka honey is just another name of another kind of honey. It's not. Real Manuka honey, it's a remedy. As I told you initially, I flew to New Zealand to understand why native New Zealanders, Maori, have close to 0 mortality rate from gastric cancer, from stomach cancer, because they never knew that white sugar does exist. They use Manuka honey in their diet. Yes, they died from alcoholism and from other diseases, but not from gastric cancer. That's what attracted my business, me myself, and I drill deeper to learn how Manuka honey works. I met with professor that year it was alive from Whitehaga University, Professor Mullen, and I fascinate his job He was the first guy who discovered bioactivity of Manuka honey. Finally, in 2006, another professor from Germany, Dr. Henley, discovered what specifically is responsible for such bioactivity. This element called metal glyoxal. When you Google metal glyoxal, you're going to be surprised to find it's a poison. In micro dosages, this smart poison works really smart. It kills bad bacteria, but remain good one to live. That's actually how Manuka honey indeed kills Helicobacter pylori, that well-known bacteria causing our stomach ulcer as a first stage, or let me say transformation to stomach cancer. That's what's amazing. And I start to consume Manuka honey. And later, I learned that Manuka honey commercially production has grades. Now you can see on your supermarket and grocery store online two major systems of bioactivity measurement, UMF and MGO. I stay with science. I like MGO. What MGO is? It's really to understand that MGO is responsible for the amount of metal glyoxal in grams per 1 kilo of honey. That's why if you read MGO 50, you should understand that this honey contains 50 milligrams of metal glyoxal per 1 kilo of honey. If you read MGO 500, that means this honey contains 500 milligrams per 1 kilo of honey. And what I like in people who is familiar with math, they do understand that instead of 10 teaspoons of Manuka honey, potency MGO 50, you can consume 1 teaspoon of MGO 500. Manuka honey is a medicine. Manuka honey is no to mix with liquid. Manuka honey should not be added in tea, coffee, or smoothies, as many brands nowadays advertise their honey. As soon as honey contact with liquid, it's become disaccharide, just white sugar. That's why real raw Manuka honey must be dissolved in our mouth. Saliva is the conductor that absorbs metal glyoxal, leptospirin, and dihydroxyacetone. I'm sorry for such scientific name, but that's 3 major active ingredients that makes Manuka honey a Manuka honey. Many people asking me why Manuka honey has such biological activity. I can guess. When I visited Manuka, when I visited New Zealand, I see that New Zealand locates on 2 islands. These islands were erupted approximately 4 million years ago, and soil on their hills or mountains presented by ash. Ash being delivered from probably magma. I don't know where exactly, but it provides a very unique composition of soil. You know, our brothers from China, very smart people, of course, they try to grow Manuka bush in China because climate somewhere is the same, but they got 0 result. They got exactly the same honey as their local honey. So the potency of Manuka honey, Manuka bush pollen that bees bring to beehive, probably created by local environment that you cannot duplicate. That's why New Zealand and only New Zealand become a source of real Manuka honey. That's what I learned from my own experience, Manuka honey. That's why I consume 1 teaspoon of MGO 550 of Manuka honey, the magic brand. And so far, I stay in remission for 18 years. But this is not the one ingredients I consume. I use this Manuka honey as a base. I add another ingredients to this honey. For 1 teaspoon, I blend it every morning on empty stomach in my kitchen. And since 5 years ago, I force my wife to do exactly the same. We want to stay together as long as God permits us.
So, are there any other health benefits to Manuka honey besides its ability to heal stomach ulcers and stomach cancer?
Absolutely, but such information is widely available on YouTube and on other sources. I have several clinical trial reports, and interested people could email me, and I'm going to provide this clinical trial absolutely for free. What I learned, American naturopathic doctors, naturopaths, alternative medicine practitioners somehow don't trust foreign university or foreign laboratory test results. I don't know why. Maybe Homer Simpson taught his daughter Lisa, don't trust foreigners. Homer Simpson was my movie. I learned English here. That's why if you trust foreign facility, medical facility, and research institutions, you can believe them. If you don't trust, it's up to you. Manuka honey has several applications, including rectal application. It's shame to talk publicly, but people got rid of internal hemorrhoids with regular application of Manuka honey. It's a special technique that requires tampon, but it really works. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't have my personal experience with that. That's why I can only based on somebody else's experience. If you like to know more applications for real Manuka honey, it would be great to share such application individually, because some people really stay conservative and they don't want to talk about their personal sickness. I do understand them, but from my experience, from my life, I know that acid reflux, gastritis, colitis, even constipation, you can get rid of with disciplined consumption of Manuka honey. Another problem that I discovered here, people don't understand what real Manuka honey is. Manuka honey has two grades, grocery Manuka honey and medicinal Manuka honey. Medicinal Manuka honey sells in independent pharmacies. They call it OTC, over the counter. For example, our Manuka honey is registered with OTC network. So those people who have insurance card with OTC can freely buy this product at their local stores that accept OTC. Everything else staying below 500 milligrams of methyl per 1 kilo of Manuka honey belongs to grocery grade Manuka honey. If you can afford to pay $49.99 for 9 ounces of Manuka honey grocery stuff, you can do that. But I prefer to serve those people who do understand why they spend such amount of money, why they want to stay alive. I like to assist healing people who have target, aim, who have agenda, what to do. I do lecture here in New York City in adult daycare centers. I meet people 70 plus. I look directly into their eyes and I see not all of them want to live longer. That's why they look to me irrelevant about their life. They don't want to achieve anything new. I like people who have agenda, who have dream. For me, for example, recently I purchased land upstate New York and I became a farmer. And now I want to see a result of my farming. I planted trees, I planted bushes, I planted my potato, and every year we start consuming absolutely organic, absolutely clean from all chemical produce. Taste, absolutely different. That's why, my dear Americans, or anybody else, we have customers from Canada, from Japan, from Australia, from United Arab Emirates, and I hope your channel gonna be popular in this country as well as American people. And they can order our products from our website that I hope you're gonna be announced on the bottom of this episode.
Yeah. So, what are you providing on your website besides Manuka honey, if anything? And share your website so people can go look it up right away if they want to.
Tina, we live in United States of America, where two major dragons stay in front of our gates, FTC and FDA. They don't allow me to tell people what I'm telling you today. That's why our website is pretty much conservative. You are
Mhm.
not able to read or to post on a website any medical claims about this product. I can share my personal experience with you, with your audience, about what happened to me. Unfortunately, we cannot provide any medical or health assistance claim on our website. On our website, you can contact us and get privately all information or to buy our product over there. That's it.
And what's the website address?
www.bmagicusa.com. B as B
Bzz.
magicusa.com.
Yeah, so that's why this podcast exists and why I love podcasting, because we can talk about that and we can say, hey, this is my personal experience, but it worked. And if you're having the same issues, you might want to explore this possible solution for you, which might be Manuka honey.
Oh, Tina. Like one Russian proverb says, optimist It's just not well-informed pessimist. My YouTube channel, which I invested 5 years providing a zillion episodes, been terminated November 2024 because I talk people openly and even show how I heal my broken leg with shilajit. Because I told people openly on my experience when I cut my leg with very deep wound, I didn't visit hospital. I apply Manuka honey with bee propolis extract. And I showed picture of my knee before, and I showed what happened after 2 weeks. And I show what happened after 2 months. And finally, YouTube terminated my channel for that. Maybe not for that, but I'm teaching people how to avoid synthetic pills and pharmacies and how to heal themselves if they do understand what they are doing. It goes against American big pharma policy because American business based on a heavily brainwashed population. People don't know that God / Mother Nature created us, their kids, to consume products that stay around us. These products are healing instrument, tools, everything what we need surrounding us. You just need to know what to consume, when to collect. After I learned that reishi and chaga mushrooms possess anti-cancerous activity, I start collecting such mushrooms in my forest. And now, disciplined, religiously, I drink this tea every morning, regardless of the fact how bitter is that. I like it. And I do recommend it, regardless of the fact I don't sell it. Because I told you, I collected it from my own forest. I cannot sell it. I made it powder by my own in my kitchen. But indeed, it really helps. Exactly like shilajit helped me to weld my broken bones. I told you earlier, I bought forest and I tried to convert it in farm. And I've been in illusion I am a sawmill guy, but it's not. And the tree hit me and broke my leg. That's why I visited again hospital, and the surgery doctor told me, "Oh, you have 2 fractures. You're gonna stand again in 6 months." And I said, "Oh no, it's just June. I cannot afford 6 months." When I visited him over 6 weeks, and he examined my X-rays, he told me, "Bogdan, are you from Magic family?" I said, "No, I'm from B Magic family." What happened? Your bones swelled. And I told him, "Are you familiar with Shilajit?" He said, Shil what? I said, "Shilajit. That's from Mongolian mountain, 60 million years Mother Nature supplement that assist people not only with osteoporosis, but to heal any surgery, any wound, to weld broken bones." He said, "No, our school never told us about that. And we are prohibited to populate any witchcraft among people." I said, "Well, it's up to you, but you see the result, right? I am a guinea pig again. I am a laboratory rabbit. You saw me, you made a surgery on my leg, and now you see the X-ray. And when I show this X-ray on my YouTube channel, they terminate my channel again. Oh gosh.
Well, you
Okay.
know, we're dealing with a behemoth bully right now, and we're trying to get the information out there, and unfortunately, YouTube is highly censored. If you already know, if you're in the holistic health area, you already know that. You know, Facebook is censored, suppresses information. Google suppresses information. So, you know, we just got to keep trying. If that's called optimism, you know, I'm never going to give up. So I'll keep talking about this, keep talking about what you're learning. Maybe stay with podcasting and talk about your experience just like you are here. And we got to get the information out there.
Maybe I like to be optimist, but with aging, I become pessimist. I don't know actually, Tina, what to tell on this account. That's why I try to stay in the brackets of providing information that's related to me personally, because I am a person who experienced something, and I still believe in First Amendment, freedom of speech, and I can tell people what happened to me. It could not happen to you because we are different, we have different genes, we have different age, different gender, we have different weight. But nevertheless, this product work for my friends, work for my acquaintances, work for my family members. I do recommend Be Propolis product for people who have respiratory disease problems. I do recommend Be Propolis products for people who have gastrointestinal problems. There are two different ways of consumption, internally and topically. And people should know what amazing property, healing property, carried by Be Propolis. And if you're going to have any responses, any reactions from your audience on this episode, we're going to drill deeper, and I'm going to tell people how to choose right propolis. Again, I have to touch a little bit business accent. You see some products from propolis made in United States. I used to call to company and ask if FDA prohibited collecting commercially propolis in United States because heavily application of heavy herbicide and pesticide. Where did you get your propolis? And those people honestly or not honestly said, we got raw propolis from China. I flew to China. I visited their facility that collects propolis. It's awful. It has a lot of heavy metals, and they have even more pollution of pesticides on these farms that they collect propolis from. I do not recommend people to buy products of propolis made in the United States. I do recommend propolis coming from New Zealand, Turkey, Brazil, Uruguay, sometimes from Russia, but we know what happened with Russia and Ukraine now. So unfortunately, any supply from Russia been terminated now. And Russia is a big country. And I know only one region, which I visited personally, Altai region, where indeed no industrial facility over there, so there are no pollution, and people collect honey and propolis from wilderness. It's real propolis. New Zealand is the same. Brazil is the same. Of course, we do laboratory testing and certification, but in general, I choose only countries and region of these countries. There is no plants, no factories, no any industrial activity. They stay close to wilderness. It's not cheap because that involved a very expensive logistic. But people who want to invest into their body, which I call real estate, not dwelling, our body, I consider as the best real estate which I want to invest. Why? Because another Jewish guy told me, Bogdan, coffin has no pockets. Short and right to the point. You're not able to take with you anything except your emotions, except your experience, except what you saw during your life. And to live as long as possible become my obsession now, but not in form of a vegetable, in form of active man who like to fish, to hunt, to make love with my wife, to enjoy my grandkids, to go fishing, skiting, hiking, any kind of activity I like to insert into my grandkids now. Because, immigration process involved a lot survivability experience. We spent 20 years to stay on this land vertically and to earn something to become really independent. That's why now my agenda, my target, my grandkids. That's why I want all people over 50 to enjoy their life after they got retired. Life is life. That's why I do recommend my dear listeners to consume 1 teaspoon of Manuka honey a day. It's gonna keep your doctor away. Add 15 or 20 drops of bee propolis extract, 30% or 15%. It depends on your weakness. Blend it with 20 drops of Siberian cedar sap oleoresin, aka elixir of life, and you're gonna forget about your constipation. You're gonna forget about your colitis. You're gonna forget about your acid reflux. Your microbiome gonna be balanced, and you're gonna feel much younger. You're gonna access a lot of energy. Absolutely different things I do recommend about Shilajit. Shilajit is a very powerful supplement that I do recommend people after 55. Mother Nature, a very smart thing. Mother Nature believes we don't need, after 55 years, to live on a ground, because we cannot produce healthy new generation, and they consider us a waste. With Shilajit, we're gonna cheat on Mother Nature, because Shilajit contains 84 macro and micro elements that restore our age, that restore our energy, that restore our ability to produce kids. I don't know if you need such ability in age 55. I have only man experience, and I can share it's a very good addition to my diet. I never been a woman, that's why I don't know how to be in age after 55. Based on my wife, it's not a pleasant age, but nevertheless, all people want not only to look younger, but to be younger. That's why our bioreactor, comparing to nuclear reactor, requires specific food, fuel to produce energy. Shilajit, raw shilajit, belongs to that fuel. Be careful. Based on my experience, do not buy Himalayan shilajit from Amazon. It's fake. I ordered 3 samples from different suppliers who send me blend with burr molasses and sugar. And when I talked to them from Pakistan, they told me, why so much negative emotions on your end, sir? American people like something sweet. They don't tolerate awful smell and awful taste of real shilajit. They like something sweet. That's why we dilute it with burnt sugar. And I said, listen, if you dilute it with sugar, you should not sell it for such big price. Business is business. I cannot change people's mind. That's why my standard is to fly to country of origin, to stay at packing facility and watch from my 2 eyes how they pack product I bought originally. That's why by every batch of Manuka honey, I fly to New Zealand and I watch how they pack it. I close the container with my pellets and I open container here in New Jersey port, and I can guarantee this is real, not adulterated, not blended, authentic Manuka honey. The same with Shilajit or Siberian cedar sap oleoresin. I trust DHL. They're not gonna change anything during transition time. So this product is real, effective, natural. No pharmaceutical stuff, nothing inside, no preservative, just that raw ingredients. It has not big expiration term, but it's real. And I do encourage people to consume Mother Nature supplements daily, disciplined, like you eat, like you breathe, like you go to toilet every day. Mother Nature supplements we have to consume daily because we're losing our bone tissue daily and we have to restore it. We lose our hair daily. We have to supply nutrients our body to regenerate new hair, to regenerate new bones tissues, to regenerate our energy. People who want to understand that, they do follow such protocol and consume all this natural stuff regularly. I do not encourage people who consume vitamins, synthetic vitamins, in form of capsules or tablets. Pills made with synthetic additives. Our body, I truly believe, was not created to accept synthetic vitamins. Our mother created us to derive, to absorb all nutrients from products as raw as possible. For example, if we're talking about raw propolis, it's kind of wax. Our body temperature maximum can reach 37 degrees Celsius, and it cannot dissolve raw propolis. That's why propolis should be extracted from raw propolis. That's why pure alcohol or food grade glycol used as a middleman, as a conductor to deliver all good properties to our body. Everything else stay raw. Shilajit, Manuka honey, elixir of life, chaga, reishi, whatever you find. I do recommend people to stay off capsules and tablets. Do not consume them. I truly believe such consumption makes our urine very expensive.
So there you have it, listeners. You want to get the real thing. You've heard Bogdan's process. So his website is bmagicusa.com. Please support local small businesses like Bogdan who are providing the real deal. He's the one that's watching the processing, making sure that it meets a really high standard. So I want to thank you again, Bogdan, for being on the show.
Thank you very much, Tina, for inviting me, for letting me a chance to tell people about Bogdan, about Manuka honey, about bee propolis, shilajit, and Siberian cedar sap, all the resin. Thank you.